Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Want to get your hands on some sports cards?
Hell yes!
You're in the right place.
Good morning.
Is everybody ready?
Welcome to the weekly Target Watch on SCHULTZY'S Card Pull.
What is up, sports fans? A bit into the hot zone, 4:11 Pacific time. Thought we would get the show started a little bit into the hot zone this morning, but we are here ready to hopefully see some sports cards dropping from Target.com. Not sure if that's going to happen this week or not, but we're going to wait. We're going to check the Target tracker and the ceaseless Discord monitors. We're hanging out together. What is up? Wednesday, September 28th. Hoping, praying, and crossing our fingers for sports cards to be dropping this morning. What's up, everybody? Kobe says, Schultzy gang. Good morning, brother. What's up, Kobe? People talking about pulling zebras. I love to see that. Everybody getting their hands on Select from the last live stream. That's pretty awesome. So good to see people getting their hands on some of the cards that they've wanted to for the last few months. On top of that, also, we've got, I would assume, for the next couple of months on the horizon, a ton more premium sports cards coming our way as well. So we can yak about that, and we can yak about everything else in the hobby as well as the world of sports. This morning, Pack Attack Jackpot. What is up? Good to see a Pack Attack Jackpot in the house. A ton of people already hanging out, guys. 500 plus guys and gals hoping to score some sports cards. Tommy Hugh Dime says, morning, Schultzy. JDL Cam in the house. Troy Spartan, what's up? Rocco Maglione, Jay Bird, Sub Schultz. Hazpack says, thanks for being here this morning. You guys are welcome, and I'm not looking for like kudos or anything. I'm just letting y'all know, probably look like it's not like I'm like hiding anything, but I am so tired. I'm so tired. We had a very, very fun time, guys. Thanks to subscriber Tony Fisher Rips, y'all hooked me up with tickets to see Michael Bublé last night here in Portland, Oregon at the Moda Center. So thank you so much, Tony. Saw him with the wifey. He is my favorite singer ever. I'm a jazz just nut. I wish I could be Michael Bublé, essentially. I won't hide that either. So, but that was just awesome. So thank you so much, Tony. But little tired this morning, so we do have a little bit of the sleep in the eyes that you can probably see on the screen, but I'm here trucking through, hoping to see if we can score some sports cards here on Target.com. We see, of course, illusions on the monitors there popping up. I think, Sunday or Monday? It's been on Target.com for a couple of days, so you got blasters there for illusions so far. Have not seen any other retail version of megas or anything like that. Fat packs, I'm assuming, are coming our way for illusions, but honestly, we don't know. We don't know what's coming our way there. There have been so many different variation changes per release, and Panini doing things like with the select football hangers, for instance, going from boxes to packs, all kinds of different crap. I mean, really, that's just kind of boring, but essentially, the information on all that, still, we're wondering like if we're going to get select football mega boxes. So obviously, not even knowing if we're going to get select football megas. Anybody like, well, what are we going to do for other for Panini Illusions retail other than the blaster? And it's like, well, I don't know. I wish I did know, but I have heard from an inside source. Can't really reveal who it is, but I have heard from an inside source, very, very highly connected, that the whole rumor about Panini stopping the printing presses is not actually true. So I know that we've heard this kind of rumor of a Fanatics takeover, but at this point, Fanatics taking over Panini, that still probably could happen, is going to happen. But as far as the rumor about the printing presses stopping and no more releases coming our way over the next couple of months from Panini, that I have heard from a good source is not true. So we'll see where that leads us in the direction through the winter hobby-wise. Of course, we're all kind of waiting with bated breath in the next couple of years to see what happens when Fanatics fully takes over everything with Topps, and wondering what's going to happen to the hobby going forward with that. Simple Bonding says, no restock. We had last week, boys. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Lots of people, though, thinking they could change it up. I want to be ready in case Target does change it up. So who knows, man? Target has been going back and forth on us, and they have set a schedule. However, be ready for anything. The last 3 restocks have absolutely sucked. They have been some slogs through mud for, I wouldn't even just say the manual users, but bots as well. There haven't been many items available, so it's frustrating for all. when there aren't many items available. I do know when there were like Optic mega boxes and Optic blaster boxes that if there were just a small item number of those available, like a couple of hundred just in stock, then essentially you're not going to get them as the manual user. But I am seeing, even on Walmart.com, and we can get into that, a concerted effort by these websites to combat the bots, which is encouraging to me. We're all sitting in here as manual users being like, hey, how do you score sports cards? How do you do this? How do you do this? You hear about this? Score sports cards online? Sports cards delivered right to your door? Unfreaking believable. Anyways, there's my Jay Leno for you early this morning, but Target has been combating the bots for, at least trying to, months upon months, if, not at least over a year. Walmart hasn't really cared as much, just kind of allowed bots to do their thing. I don't know if they've been responding to complaints as of late, but the last restock on Walmart.com, which it is Wednesday, so if we do not see a restock today on Target.com, you can look forward to this happening on Walmart.com later on tonight. And incidentally, y'all, I actually will be live during a break. So we're going to be doing breaks tonight here on Schultzzy's Card Pulls live on the channel. Be live streaming for that. Just go to Schultzzy'sCardPulls.com for spots. But the scheduled time of a Walmart drop, I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to be able to talk people through it like I do a Target drop, just because it's a little tough to predict what items are going to go in stock until things happen right at about 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. East Coast time. And last week with that Walmart restock, we saw manual users scoring a ton. So I would expect manual users to score a ton again going forward. And we can now say, thankfully, Walmart is putting an effort to stop the bots as well. Got my chocolate milk. Really do hope there is a restock this morning. I ain't just streaming like being like, hey, come on in, look at me, look at the channel. Like, I'm hoping, hey, you know what? Target switches it up. We got a restock. Because to the early bird goes the worm, right? That means that if we happen to be up this morning, if there happens to be a restock on the morning, we're all waiting here in the chat, then we all going to get it first, because there are going to be other people struggling, rubbing the sleepies out of their eyes like I look right now, trying to get up and get those phones working, get everything ready to go. We're already going to be there. We're going to be like, yes, we've been waiting. We've been ready. I love it. Rojo Sports asking a great question, guys. A very important question in life. Strawberry milk ever? Yes, absolutely. I love strawberry milk, man. What's up, B. Chris Schultzy? I didn't get notified you were on WTF. Man, I'm so sorry about that, brother. I appreciate you making your way to find me here on YouTube. Anyways, the live stream, for some reason, man, I do not know what's going on, man. YouTube, it's like they're like, hey, Schultzy, here's some viewers, but we're not going to notify the rest. So that's weird, man. I'm going to probably have to make a complaint about that, but they'll tell me everything is working fine. But I appreciate you letting me know, dude. So sorry that you're not getting the notifications. Just make sure, if you do have the notification bell set, I know you probably hear this from like every channel when you say, hey, I didn't get your notification. Make sure that you are able to get notifications on your phone and have that setting ticked. I think on Android and iPhone, it's just pretty easy to have that on or off. Just toggle that on. And I think this is still a thing. Like, you have an option to get some notifications for a channel or all notifications. So set it up for all those noties and you'll get notified each time, hopefully anyways, by YouTube when I go live and when I post breaks or rips here on Schultzzy's Card Pulls. Speaking of which, yeah, breaks later on tonight. Like I just mentioned, Schultzzy'sCardPulls.com. Going to be kicking those off at 5 p.m. Pacific, and supposedly going to be having a restock from Walmart.com at 6 p.m. tonight. So even if we don't see anything on Walmart.com, or excuse me, on Target.com, then Walmart.com giving us a second chance on this Wednesday. I love those second chances for a restock, baby. What's going on, Robbie? Says, how's the radio job? Radio job is going well. Actually going to be filling in, doing some morning producing again here in a couple of weeks. I think the week of October 10th. October 10th. Excited for that. Hopefully going to be in Seattle. Well, not hopefully. I know I'm going to be in Seattle next week at some point, but hopefully going to be there for a playoff game if they happen to get first place in the wild card next Friday. But the way that they are playing right now, first place in the wild card seems so unattainable. Oh my goodness. The Mariners are playing absolutely terrible right now. 5-0 beat at the hands of the Texas Rangers last night. So we can yak about that. I know not everybody here sitting watching the Mariners. Honestly, more interesting out of baseball on top of the Mariners, I would say, mini collapse. They're going to make it to the playoffs barely, and they're going to end that 20-plus year streak of playoff drought. However, they're going to be limping, essentially, if they're playing like this, and they're going to look horrible. It is not going to be pretty. But a bigger story, Aaron Judge still at 60 home runs. Aaron Judge still at 60 home runs. What do we got? Like 8 games left at this point, including a doubleheader. So we got a 2-for-1 for all teams, I believe, next Tuesday, the second to last game. Or the second to last day, of the regular season. Aaron Judge still at 60 home runs. Big question for y'all. You think he's going to hit 61? And even bigger, do you think he's going to hit 62? I think I saw somebody posting a $2 million bounty for home run ball 62 if he does hit it anywhere, if he actually gets to 62. Everybody said he was going to do it, man, and it has been a home run-less week and a half or so. He just keeps getting walked. It's not really his fault. He just keeps taking walks at this point. So very frustrating. I'm sure if you're Aaron Judge, you want to break that record. You want your name up in lights after you've hit 60, one short of the American League record. 61, of course, held by Roger Maris for the New York Yankees. Miami Dolphins says, I get all the notifications. Kobe says, mother, $30. Go Tribes, says J-Mag. Yeah, watch out for my Guardians, says Matt Chapman. That's right, guys. Cleveland Guardians going to be playing most likely the Seattle Mariners at this point. Essentially how the playoffs work in Major League Baseball now is in the American League and the National League, the top two teams get byes, and then the third, so the top two teams record-wise, which is the top two division winners, so somebody either AL Central, AL West, or AL East, two of those teams are going to get byes. In the West, it's going to be the Yankees and the Astros. They're going to be getting the byes. The Cleveland Guardians, the winner from the Central, are going to be doing battle against one of the wild card teams. There's 3 wild card teams in each league. It's going to be most likely, anyways, unless there's an epic collapse by the Mariners, the Toronto Blue Jays, not the Baltimore Orioles. They're fighting to get over on the Mariners. That's not going to happen. The Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. Those 3 teams are going to be competing against each other and the Cleveland Guardians in the American League, while the other 2 teams, Yankees and Astros, sitting on their heels, just cooling off, chilling for the next 3-4 days while the wild card decides itself. And that's how the playoff system now works going forward in Major League Baseball. And in that system for the first series, best of 3 wild card, it is all 3 at one stadium. There are no travel days. So the Mariners at this point, and I believe it would be the Rays suffering the same fate as well if they are in second to the Blue Jays, they would both not have home playoff games. So the Mariners would have to win 2 out of 3 on the road. Same with the Rays against Toronto. Mariners v. Guardians would have to win 2 out of 3 in Cleveland. And then the Rays would have to win 2 out of 3 in Toronto to get to the next round to be facing off against the bye teams in the American League. Same, obviously, in the National League. So a little bit different on the playoff system this year. And no tiebreakers either. That is something that you should know about. There are no 163 game tiebreakers. There's just going to be essentially a system of things decided by statistics. So no more tie-breaking games, no more extra ones like the Mariners won way back in 1995. People invoking that refuse to lose phrase quite a bit when it comes to the Seattle Mariners this season. Although, man, I'm telling you what, they are just breaking down injury-wise. What's going on, everybody? Matt LaFranc says, good morning, Hans. Or Matt Lanfranc says, good morning, Hans. Bubby.
Hans.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Bubby. I'm your white knight.
Appreciate you, brother. Paul Tuttle, how you doing, man? Paul Tuttle, 420. Expecting Category 5 landfall 30 miles to my south. Winds 150-plus miles an hour. Paul, I'm praying for you, brother. I don't know if you have a cellar. I hope you can get in it. I hope that you all and your family stay safe, man. Prayers up. I really did. I was thinking of you yesterday, just this very, very hot weather that we've got going on right now, and that turning into just a terrible, terrible Category 5 hurricane. Tropical storm into a hurricane in the last week or so that's hitting Florida. Just horrible situation. So, Paul, please make sure that you stay safe down there, man, and let me know like I said yesterday, let me know if you, I don't know what I can do for you from here, but if you need supplies, dude, if you, anything, I mean, I'd be happy to help you, brother. Be happy to help. So what we do here in the Schultzy fam, we try to take care of each other the best that we can. Beast and the Beauty Breaks. What up, Schultzy, my brother? What's up, y'all? Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all hanging out. We're just chilling, hoping to see some sports cards restocking on Target.com. Have not seen anything popping up as far as new cards on the Ceaseless Discord monitor or the Target tracker. I am monitoring them. We've seen a couple of board games popping up, especially that Oogie Candy Dish, man. If you guys are all Nightmare Before Christmas fans like my wife is, then we've been seeing an Oogie Candy Dish popping up on the monitors here for this Halloween season. So that's been hilarious. But other than that, got us some PlayStations that I would venture a guess to say are a little bit easier to get your hands on if you know the right time to buy them. Ceaseless Discord monitors can help with that if you're into grabbing a console for either yourself or for a gift coming up here for this holiday season. We're getting to that point, man. And if your kids still don't have their hands on a PS5, or you, the kid at heart inside you, doesn't still have a PS5, man, they're all screaming. They want it. Appreciate you. Paul Tuttle, man, says thanks. We need all the prayers down here. Much appreciated, fam. Absolutely, Paul. Yeah, anything, man. Anything I can do to help, man. Prayers your way. Thoughts your way, brother. Absolutely. That's just good vibes. I'm sending you good vibes. I have sat through one hurricane in my life. It was Hurricane Sandy back on the East Coast in, what was that, 2010, 2011-ish? Yeah, I think it was like 2011. And that was scary. That was definitely scary. I was a little bit inland. I wasn't on the coast getting battered, but even, 20, 30 miles inland from Massachusetts, I'm not trying to get too far into the weather. I'm just saying, man, I have sat through one hurricane in my life. It is very, very scary. So no fooling, man. Prayers up for you. Jose Guzman says, what up, everybody? Haspack says, please send tons of select boxes. We'll use them like sandbags to keep the water out. No way, man. I'm not going to send you select boxes and ruin those chances at the zebras. We got a ton of those, baby. Got a ton of those zebras out there. They all aren't great, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't still try for them. I have one guy locally. He was talking to me, or maybe it was in my Discord. I can't remember. He said he pulled an Ish Smith zebra. It's like, oh, dang. Oh, no, he was leaving a comment on one of my videos, and he was like, oh, man, this isn't really worth anything. Sorry, guys, my light just went out. That was really weird. But did I not pay the electric bill? Hello? What's going on here? We might have to get like a secondary light. I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. That's really weird. I mean, I'm still on the air, so I guess that's a thing. Carlos says, Massachusetts? Yes, sir. I lived in Massachusetts for a year, guys. Yeah. Oh, my God. This is crazy. I got to, get a new light. I'm in the dark, baby. I got to light myself. This is hilarious. All right. I have a secondary light over here that I'm probably going to have to get here in a second. Yeah, give me just a sec, y'all. This is hilarious. Oh, my God. That's never happened to me before where the light's just gone out. I don't know. Maybe we'll just try to reset that program and have that come up here again without having to get up. So we'll do sports cards in the dark here on Schultzy's Card Pulls. Yeah, somebody says, tell a scary story. Once upon a time, the sports card shelves at Target were empty. Oh, my God. Larry says, you look great in the dark. Hey, thanks, brother. You sound like every woman that I've ever been with ever. You look great in the dark. Don't turn the lights on. Please, don't turn the lights on. We don't need that today. We don't need the lights on today, baby. We'll just stay here in the dark. You look so much better in the dark, honey. Lewis says, is your house haunted? That's a fantastic question, man. I don't think my house is haunted. I just think that we're having some issues technology-wise here. Honestly, haven't ever dealt with my light going out, but hey, we'll roll with it, I guess. We're doing stories in the dark. Does the scary story come true? I mean, for most of us, I haven't seen cards locally near me at Target.com, or excuse me, Target in-store. I've been finding a lot more stuff on Target.com. As far as Walmart goes, that's changed up a little bit. But not much, honestly, not much. All right, guys, hold on just a second. I'm going to grab this backup light, and we'll get back on with a a lit stream here. SSC says, thanks for all the time and effort you put in to help us all get cards manually. You're the man. Go Birds, dude. I appreciate you. We'll keep telling scary stories here if I can't get this light set up. Give me just a second, you guys. Oh, my goodness. On a dark and stormy night, Botson grabbed everything. Okay, yeah, like the movie trailer, dude. On a dark and stormy night, the bots didn't leave any sports cards for the manual user. Oh my God! That's what we could do. All right, still watching these ceaseless monitors and the Discord monitors as the light is out, and we have not seen anything popping up on the monitors or the target tracker as of yet. Hopefully that changes. We got about 29 minutes left in the hot zone. Unfortunately, nothing happening as far as sports cards, anything new. Pointed out the illusions for everybody, and you can see that here on the website. Just a sec, all in stock while I get this extra light really quickly. Literally like 7.5 seconds. Hold on, just a sec. Told y'all, right here. This is crazy. Oh man, never had this happen before. This is why you have plan Bs, right? And thankfully, I have so many extra little things laying around this room that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But maybe it is a problem. Maybe, there we go. Woo-wee. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Yeah, see, I still look haunted. I still, doesn't really matter. I still look haunted, don't I? All right. That's as good as we're doing right now here on Schultzy's Card Pulls. Yeah, we're in the dark, baby. We're in the dark, babe. He's gone, guys. Let's talk about him, says Tyler. Hey, hear that Schultzy guy? He sucks. He smells. He's horrible. Hey, he's stupid. He knows nothing about the hobby. Right? It's usually how that goes down. All right, anyways, we have these ceaseless Discord monitors up. Still not seeing anything popping up, unfortunately. But we can keep hoping and praying here over the next 22 minutes or so. Maybe we'll see something popping up here. Trying to get the light adjusted at the last second. That did happen. What is that, about a month ago now that we saw Target pushing off the restock for like 50 minutes until like a backload of about 4:45, 4:50, 55 Pacific time. That hadn't happened, I think. I've seen that happen one other time. That hadn't happened in like a year. So pretty crazy that Target has been switching it up. It's kind of why I'm here, just waiting, hoping, and praying in case they do switch it up, in case we do see something new, something different from Target. And I know we're all hoping for those select football mega boxes. Still don't know, haven't seen that those are confirmed to be printed or that they are confirmed to be not coming our way. I know people have been saying that they've heard select football megas aren't happening this year. I do believe they are still coming our way. I know for a fact that Prizm basketball megas are sitting there. I know we've got Cellos for Prizm basketball that we're still trying to get our hands on. So lots of products out there. We still got Optic retail, Optic basketball blasters. I'm assuming we got Optic basketball megas coming our way. Lots of retail that we've still got to get our hands on. Mosaic basketball 22 coming in, I think, October, November. So much going into the month of December here for Christmas 2022 that we should be excited to get our hands on. The premium cards from 2021 and 2022 are not over yet. And going forward, I'm a little concerned about not just hobby values, but especially retail values, essentially because those years haven't had, especially in 2022, football have not had a big rookie jump out yet. You know, we've got essentially a transcendent couple of quarterback classes in 2020 and 2021. Very generational type quarterback classes. That's not going to happen again for quite a long time, having 4 or 5 chase quarterbacks 2 years in a row. Are you kidding me? In sets like that? That does not happen very often, and that is the reason that 2020 football value is so high, especially on the sealed wax, and then 2021. I would say that it's a decent investment, especially if you're looking at stuff with case hits like Optic or Mosaic, because people are going to be looking for that. Man, especially with T-Law balling his ass out the way that he is. We can talk more about that. I was going over yesterday the reasoning, I think, that Trevor Lawrence is now the top chase guy in 2021 football sets as opposed to Mac Jones. Mac Jones looking like a wuss, man. That sprained ankle. Sometimes sprained ankles can be worse than broken ankles, but I think Mac Jones sent his value plummeting with that face that he was making over and over again, getting off the field for the Patriots. I don't know about you. Let me know in the chat. Cloudy Future asking if select value packs are worth it. I think anything select retail-wise is worth it. I really do. After hours now with Schultzy, Kobe says, LOL. I love it. Apparently, man, yeah, it's just, I do not know what's going on with that light, guys. I apologize. And the other light, it seems like stuff's just breaking all around me. Maybe just got to get a new one. Not sure what's happening with that, but it is what it is this morning, I guess. We'll just deal with it. My Walmart is loaded with Prizm basketball and football, just sitting collecting dust, says Anthony Phillips. Man, that's crazy, brother. Those blasters, I know that, especially Prizm football, not necessarily very valuable, no chances at autos or anything like that. But Prizm basketball blasters, man, people just been seeing those for so long, so they're sick of them. But you still have valuable cards in those. You still have chances at autos. You still have chances at parallels, including that retail 75th anniversary variation, which is blue instead of red, and it's not numbered. But if you pull a Cade, it's still like a $750 to $1,000 card. So there is a reason to open Prizm retail for 2021-22 basketball-wise. I mean, that's a fun open, in my opinion. And I know we haven't seen that retail variation, as we were just talking about, for Prizm basketball yet, but it is coming. I do know that we have seen a couple of auctions for Prizm basketball Cellos on eBay, so those should be hitting stores shortly. And we do have information confirmed on just a gaggle of mega boxes sitting in a warehouse somewhere, just trying to wait to get shipped out. So hopefully, if we do see a Target restock here in the next 20 minutes or so, then we'll see those on the schedule of items to hit the store. If not, then we're going to have to wait until next week. And I'm hoping if we do see a restock either today or next week on Target.com, then you are going to be looking at a ton of basketball and maybe some select football mega boxes. I just don't know when we're getting those, man. We just have not seen those yet, but hopefully we can get our hands on some more of the premium football before that's all gone here in 2021, as we hope and pray to continue to finally get some of that extra premium basketball we've been waiting for. And like I said, Mosaic 2022 basketball coming later in October, November, so tons of premium releases to try and get our hands on as we get closer to Christmas. Sam says, I pulled a green Pulsar tree, man. There you go, brother. Green Pulsar. I'm addicted to the Prizm basketball silver cracked dice. That's awesome, Howdy. Those parallels, because they are retail, not necessarily very highly valued by the collectors right now, but they are still awesome. Although singles that are very, very modern aren't very valued by collectors in general at this point. So I know that the investables in general, stock markets, we were mentioning that a little bit yesterday, crypto, all kinds of investables across the board are down, so it makes sense. The sports cards are down as well. Costs are up. People that had their rainy day funds and things like sports cards taking that money out because inflation is high and people trying to make sure that they have money ready in case something happens. We've been hearing. I'm not here to debate whether or not there's like a recession coming. That is not what I'm trying to do. But I am trying to point out, and this is factual, that we've just seen people pulling out of fun investables, pulling out their rainy day funds in different, ends, whether it be sports card collecting or the stock market or crypto or whatever. People pulling some money out to have some cash on hand. It's much better to have cash on hand at this point to them than to have a sports card or to have an NFT or to have crypto or some of their crypto. So we're not trying to debate what the financial future of the United States or what the world is, but people just aren't spending much money on cards right now. And that is showing not just in the drop in modern sports card values, but we've seen even some of the classic Holy Grail cards that we all never really thought were going to tank again, have tanked again. Michael Jordan PSA 10 rookies, y'all. If you've been trying to get your hands on those, I mean, I still don't think they're attainable for the everyday dude at like $150,000+, but instead of going for $600,000-$700,000 as they were, a year plus ago, you got Michael Jordan PSA 10 rookies going for $130,000, $150,000, maybe $200,000, but it's in the $100,000+ range. That's crazy to me. And he got other, I would say not ultra modern cards, but modern cards like Kobe Bryant's and the Mike Trout rookie, the all holy grail. And we were talking about this a few weeks ago here on the stream on SCHULTZY'S Card Pulls on the Weekly Target Watch, talking about Mike Trout not being the modern day Mickey Mantle, that collectors shouldn't see that value in him. Yeah, he came out, he hit a bunch of home runs after coming back from injury. That proves that he still has the ability to play and that he's not as injured and that his career isn't over like everybody said that it was, okay? I get it. Yes, he is still talented as hell. That's awesome. And everybody's saying like, oh, Jordan, you know, like you were bagging on Mike Trout a little bit. I'm not trying to bag on Mike Trout, the player. He still has a chance. I mean, if he plays at a decent clip, at a healthier clip the rest of his career, to hit 500 plus home runs. Guaranteed Hall of Famer. He's got some similar numbers to some of the greatest of all time. Came out early in his career playing similar to some of the greatest of all time. Put his name in lights very early on. MVP winner already. I get all of that. I get it. Okay? I just don't think he's going to be a modern day Mickey Mantle. Unfortunately, I don't think there is a modern day Mickey Mantle. Y'all were looking for one. I don't think there is something like that exists. Hot take of mine, maybe not. But I'm just not sure that modern day holy grail is out there. Y'all know why the 1952 Mickey Mantles are so rare. It's because most of them got dumped into the damn ocean, right? So there's a real scarcity of those cards back from 1952 when cards being printed were already in scarce numbers. Now we're comparing a 2011 card that, unfortunately, this man on the card been dealing with injury the past, 3 to 5 years, pretty consistently on and off. Comparing that to the Holy Grail Mickey Mantle of 1952. I think card collectors are seeing the light in some of those big investments, but along with that, earlier investments like that, like Kobe's, like Michael Jordan's, people not seeing the value there either, and other cards going down. It's pretty crazy. Bowie says, I'm selling my house to buy Jordan rookies. There you go, Bowie. So Bowie getting in on the low Jordan rookie price right now. Michael Jordan rookies, PSA 10, are, I don't know what the low price has been over the past decade or so, but they're probably close to as low as they've been in the past 3 to 4 years for sure. And I don't even have to look that up to say that. Paul Tuttle says, Jeter was the closest to Mantle in my opinion. Paul Tuttle with the take there on Jeets. So Schultzy just mad because Trout ain't a Mariner. Bro, I'm so happy that we got Julio Rodriguez in Seattle to root for. So happy as a Mariners fan that we got Julio. It has nothing to do. I'm mad. If you want to say that I'm mad that somebody isn't a Mariner, it's because it's that Shohei Ohtani isn't a Mariner. I was super pissed, super peed off that the Mariners did not get Shohei Ohtani when he originally came over from Japan. Hopefully they can get him in the next season or two. Maybe there's a chance there for that, but no, there are players that I'm super pissed they're not Mariners. That would be Shohei Ohtani, brother. So I'm willing to admit that, but honestly, I would not, at this point, take Mike Trout. It would have been awesome to build a franchise around him a decade ago, but maybe not, because every single GM that the Mariners had until Jerry Dipoto screwed the franchise up horribly. I mean, if you come into my breaks, you see I play that old clip as a bad card clip from the Mariners manager that got fired mid-season with one of the highest payrolls of all time on one of the worst records on the other end of that, and unfortunately ended up losing his job. But frustration for Seattle Mariners fans for a long time, and Mike Trout might have gotten screwed in that. Matt Chapman says Trout is still great. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that Trout is not still great. He is great. But comparing him to a modern day Mickey Mantle, that's not going to happen. I'm not sure that his values, unless he comes back and has like a Judgian type last from Aaron Judge, unless he has a Judgian type season coming back for the Angels in the next 3 to 5 years, a 60 plus home run year. or maybe not even 60. I'll take that back. If he's got a couple of 50 home run years coming his way, get some fans excited for him going forward. If that happens, I definitely think that he's got a chance for his card values to come back. But he's still good. He's still good. I don't disagree with that. Trout's going to the Yankees, says Two Bros Collectibles. I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all. Ohtani coming to Boston, says Manson. No, Ohtani's coming to Seattle. We're going to debate that right now, man. Stash of Cards says, I brought a LeBron rookie Beckett 10 off of an auction for $11 the other day. Holding on to that for a while. There you go, brother. What kind of LeBron rookie was it? That's awesome. There's a few out there. Hollywood 999 says, what's the deal with Kyle Lewis? Not sure, man. The Mariners, unfortunately, not bringing him up here in September. What that tells me is that he is not consistent enough to be able to play in the field for them, along with batting. And at this point of the season, you need somebody that's able to be, unless they're hitting 30 home runs for you, like Eugenio Suarez coming off a broken finger after getting hit a couple of weeks ago. You know, unless you're a guy like that you're just trying to get his bat into the lineup, just being a DH at this point, dealing with his injury, just isn't helping the Mariners. So they're not going to use him. They're not going to give a coveted roster spot, 28 guys that they can have in the clubhouse right now, to him, unfortunately. They'd rather give it to Jared Kelenic. And Kelenic has come up, man, he's been hitting bombs. Hit a double and a home run in like his first or second game back. Still only hitting like $160. So sucks to see that. Hopefully Kelenic can turn it around. But as far as Kalu goes, I'm assuming the Mariners are either going to trade him or give him a look in spring training for a roster spot, maybe like a DH fourth outfielder type of position. But at this point also, they could look to fill left field with him going forward, or Kelenic, or maybe do like a rotation between righties and lefties there. And just at this point of the season for 2022, we ain't going to see no more Kalu, unfortunately. No more Kalu. No way, man. Ohtani's def coming to Detroit, says Evo. Ha, duh. That's hilarious, y'all. All right, sports cards not restocking on Target.com as of yet. Have not seen anything on the ceaseless Discord monitors. Paid Discord monitors, check them out if you're into that. You got sports cards that you have access to monitored on all the websites that you know that they can drop on. Best Buy, Walmart, Target, all kinds of stuff like that. And along with some stuff, anytime it pops up online that maybe you didn't know about, it is there available for you at your fingertips. Ceaseless Discord monitors. Check them out. Link down in the description. Looking at them, looking at the Target tracker, not seeing anything popping up here for new items, unfortunately. This morning for a restock on Schultzzy's card pulls. We hanging, though. Cloudy Futures is Mariners making playoffs. They should. They still, I believe, they are 3 games up in the wild card over the Baltimore Orioles with 8 or 9 games remaining, and they hold the tiebreakers over the Baltimore Orioles. So the Orioles would have to have a better record. Yes, they have a 3.5 game lead over the Orioles for that last wild card spot, and Baltimore would have to have a better record than the Seattle Mariners. So essentially, over the next 8-9 games, the Mariners would have to lose almost every game, and the Orioles would have to win at least like 4 or 5 in a row for them to even be in position to try and get into the playoffs. And at that point, they have to win like 6 or 7 in a row because they got to be a game better than the Mariners. So it is unlikely that the Mariners will not be in the playoffs, but never say never, man, because being a Mariners fan, I've been used to disappointment for years and years and years. Jason Ward says PSA Jordan sold for 170, PSA 10 Jordan, Jason says 176K a few days ago. There you go. So yeah, last PSA 10 Jordan, 176K. Down from 700 plus K, going towards $1 million a year ago. Representative of all cards in the hobby right now and values across the board, unfortunately. So we can talk about that. Guys, keep your heads out for this. Apparently, down in, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to pull the story up, had a theft at one of their warehouses in California over the weekend. Check this out. Missing cases from GTS Distribution, Flawless Basketball 2017-18, 2019-20, as well as 21 National Treasures Basketball. Yeah, that is the LaMelo Ball year, 2020-21 National Treasure Basketball. 2021 National Treasures Football, 21-22 Revolution Basketball Team All version, and 21-22 Obsidian Basketball cases. Cases of 1920 Flawless typically sell for over $20,000. Anaheim Police Department is investigating the burglary. Here you guys go. Let's give you a peek here on the story really quick. Anaheim Police investigating the burglary right now. Got a picture of the truck used. That's just unbelievable. Idiots there know that they're going to be on camera, and there they are right there. So make sure you look out for those sets online, y'all, because if they're going to be on eBay somewhere or absurdly cheap. I mean, if these guys are smart, which I doubt they are, they're going to try and offload them not online, but I guarantee you these guys are not geniuses. So there you go. There you go. GTS, a theft happening there over the last weekend. Could see some of these boxes like Flawless offered. There you go. A couple of different trucks that it could be offered at suspiciously low prices. Man, Flawless 1920 sells for over 20. Grr. Unfreaking believable, y'all. The bot's taking over the Schultzy stream. You guys are hilarious. The mob got him. Got him. Got him. Mike Trout missed 25% of the season. Still going to end up with 6 WAR. Still considered one of the best players. Hey, I don't disagree with you, man, but is he going to be a holy grail type of player? I don't think he is. I just don't think he is, unfortunately. Not like Mike Trout. Not like Mickey Mantle. Ha, there you go. Nice job, Jordan. Freudian slip. Mike Trout not going to be like Mickey Mantle. No way, no how. JML says sold out on Target site. What you talking about, JML? Hey, buddy. How are you, brother? Mansis says pray for Florida. Hurricane season has arrived. Absolutely, y'all. Absolutely, man. People are just getting hit down in Florida, unfortunately. Just a terrible situation with Hurricane Ian coming their way. Going to be Category 5 most likely by the time it hits the middle of the mainland there. Haspack says, I'm just getting in the room. Why are you showing a picture of my truck? That's so funny. That's so funny. Stash of Cards says, please don't say Anaheim is LA. LOL. Okay, sorry, guys. All y'all locals down there. Anaheim technically is not Los Angeles. But, man, what is it with it's just as a sports fan, you get so confused because the Anaheim Angels were called the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. What the hell's that? It's in Los Angeles County, isn't it? Or not? Is it in Orange County? Orange County is not LA. So Anaheim is in Orange County. So it's not even in Los Angeles County, but they were still called the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim because of naming rights or whatever the hell that was all about. So stupid there, but hey, I digress. That's why I'm calling the Anaheim Los Angeles area. So my apologies. All right, about 6 minutes left in the hot zone. Unfortunately, not seeing any sports cards on the Discord monitors as of yet. I'll let y'all know if I see something from Ceaseless here in the next few minutes or the target tracker, but nothing popping up, unfortunately. Nothing popping up on the monitors at this point. Top Spire is actual fire. This is Mark. Chris C says it's in OC, not LA. I gotcha. Evo says, yo, is your truck for sale with the boxes included? That's hilarious. Yeah, cards and collectibles, nothing on the back end, unfortunately. No items popping up on the back end at this point. Nothing on the target tracker. I think I saw like a... No, that's not like a new toy or anything. Thought I saw something new popping up on the monitors, but it was nothing. It was nothing. I see nothing. I didn't even wake up this morning. Apparently I didn't, man. Lights not working. Guns going off. Alarms going off. What was that line from Tim Allen in the Santa Claus? Oh, man. We're getting close. Get to see those Christmas movies all year. I can't wait, man. Right before Thanksgiving, I just start playing Christmas movies nonstop in my house. One of my favorite things to do through the year. So excited for that part of the year. JML says no drop. Chris C says he dipped Schultzy. I'm right here, man. No, I'm right here. Making sure I'm still live. We're all good. We're all good, baby. And yeah, please make sure if you have not, smash that like button. It does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Really does help the channel when you hit that like button, y'all. Do appreciate that. helps me feed kitties named Pikachu and Eevee, as well as gets the word out to YouTube that y'all are liking what you're watching. Had a bunch of people come in here checking to see if there's a restock, but unfortunately, they all left very quickly. So no restock happening unless we see something in the next 4 minutes. But yeah, everybody like, oh, nope, I'm done. Nothing popping up here this Wednesday. Peace out, Schultzy. F you. Macamania says, what day and time is Walmart dropping online? Usually 6 p.m. East Coast time, or excuse me, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Sorry. Freudian slip there as well. God, just a lot of those this morning. Then I will be live tonight, guys, breaking here on Schultzy's Card Pulls, doing Wednesday night breaks in place of Run Good Life. So stoked to be filling in Wednesday night for Run Good tonight. So hopefully we have a ton of people showing up for that. Got quite a few spots available on SchultzY'sCardPulls.com. Actually got a lot of breaks. 4 breaks, a lot of good ones for y'all to participate in, including a couple of case breaks. We'll show you all those really quickly here on SchultzY'sCardPulls.com. Coming up tonight, mega downtown case there. You got 20 Target megas in one break right there, $126 a spot. You got a sealed case of 2021 Select Football Blasters. You also have a sealed case, so we're going to split this up into a couple of breaks. Chronicles, half case of basketball. One's got a 2021 Chronicles basketball hobby added. The other's got a 2021 Crown Royal T-Mall envelope added. So you could pull a LaMelo Ball or a Ant T-Wolf rookie out of 8 out of that Crown Royal T-Mall. So there you go. Going to be having some fun breaks tonight here on Schultzy's Card Pulls. Check them out. When I dip, you dip, we dip, right? Drop some cards already, Schultzy says, oh. Yes, I will personally drop the cards and bestow them all upon you here on Schultzy's Card Pulls. Yeah, that's funny. Cucamonga says, did you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie? I do, Cucamonga. I do consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. I had that debate around the holiday season last year. I do consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. For me, settles that debate all the time, but I don't know. For a lot of other people, they say, no, it is not a Christmas movie. Go F yourself. So kind of fighting on that still forever and ever and ever. But yes, Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie. Larry says, what happens to the unsold slots in your break? I mean, Larry, I usually sell them out, man. So usually sell them out just fine. What I'll do is I'll run a couple of fillers for giveaways. So I'll sometimes throw some stuff to people in the chat. But usually we end up selling those out just fine, man. No problem. End up having a bunch of people showing up to grab those right around when the break is happening. So not needing too much lead in for that. It seems like people just like to show up and spend their cash as the break's happening or on the day of. So Robert says, by doing blaster breaks, how does that make you any different from a flipper? Robert, that is a sealed case from a distributor that is not me clearing out a shelf and not allowing people access to the hobby, literally watching. This is for people that want to take part in a case break, that want to have a cheaper shot at a zebra, brother. So that's what it's for, and that's why I do it. Offers up a chance, adds some added value. So much fun doing that. Love doing that. JML says, what happens to the unsold slots? That's funny, JML. Yeah, 1J4 says, what unsold spots? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, the cool thing, we got a great audience, and usually when we have people showing up, hanging out in the evenings, no issue getting those sold out. For me, for Chi City, for Run Good Life, for Hitman, I mean, Run Good Life and Hitman, and Chi City specifically, is they've been running these breaks a bit longer than I have, so a bit easier for them to sell out, I think. But hey, I've had a very supportive crowd as well, and I thank all of you. So appreciate you all. Robert Copeland says, no difference. I know you don't think there's a difference, Robert. There is a difference. That you can't. I've talked about this before. I've gone on rants about it before. You can't just sit there as a breaker and just throw breaks out there and do them. There's a lot of work that you put into it. You have to build an audience. There's value. And it's honestly a lot of fun when you get somebody that adds like giveaways, like, you know, along with that case, you've got a chance to win. Once you buy into that, you got a chance to win a select blaster for yourself. So there's extra things that you can do to make it fun. There's a bounty in these breaks as well. So there's all kinds of different extra chances at cash, at prizes. So Robert, I hear what you're saying. There's no difference, but hey, guess what? When a fat ass can just sit there, push all those things into his cart, have no connection to the hobby whatsoever, and keep people out of the hobby. Yeah, I'm not taking boxes off the shelf and turning them into, hey, going to eBay and saying, hey, I need you to buy this. I'm putting them up for people that want to take part in a game of chance, a slot machine, essentially. And it's just a different way of experiencing the hobby. And if I get them at retail price, you damn well bet I'm putting them in a break at as cheap as I can. And we've run some cheap retail breaks here on Schultzzy's Card Pulls with chances at case hits. It has been fun. Robert, for instance, we had a sealed Optic a case just like this of blasters a couple weeks ago. We pulled 5 case hits out of that one sealed case. 2 downtowns, brother. One was a Najee Harris, one was a Lamar Jackson, and then we had 3 other case hits, I think 2 fires and 1 spaceship as well. So 5 case hits, brother. That's the potential, and that's why you run those kind of breaks, you know, only with the case hit potential and like sealed cases like that, getting them through a trusted source and making sure that people aren't getting screwed over. If they're loose and you're just getting them from like the store somewhere, yeah, you run that as a cheap ass retail break and give people a cheap chance at a zebra. That's what you do. James Leatherwood said there's so much work involved when breaking. No, thank you, James. You're not wrong, brother. Yeah, flipping is easy. Breaking really isn't as easy as flipping. And you need an audience. You need to have some sort of skill. I mean, you can call yourself a breaker, but if you sit there being like, all right, hey, we got spots here available tonight. Hey, my light came back for 5. Hey, the light's back. All right. All of a sudden, the light's back. I didn't do anything. And the light came back on after the hot zone. The light couldn't handle the hot zone, apparently, y'all. That's the way that it goes this morning. But we're sitting there being like, hey, we got spots available. We got Illusions basketball and Mosaic basketball and 6 spots remaining. I mean, I've heard so many breaks that sound like they're being run by Bill Belichick. We're on to Cincinnati. Like, seriously. Jason Puck says good exposure when you hit. Heck yeah. The price on the select breaks is CD. We got $88 a spot for the select sealed case break. We got $126 a spot for the mega downtown hunting in the Optic mega box case. Those are Target mega boxes, by the way. 20 chances at autos, 20 chances at downtowns out of there. Huge case break. Excited to do that. And then the Chronicles basketball as well. Rollstar, did you finally pay your light bill? Yeah, guys, I snuck on while we were here on the stream, and I just paid the light bill, and it came back on. Yeah, all good, baby. All good. That's so funny. Raider says, Sweet Rips had a 200 select blaster break. That was insane. Zebra is not that easy to hit. Whoa, a 200 select blaster break? That sounds fun, man. Yes, see, I'd love to buy a spot into those. The problem is with scalpers, not flippers. Whatever word that you want to call it. I think people have different words for it, but you are using the correct term. I've never had a problem with people that go and buy a couple of boxes or they find 4 boxes for themselves at a store. They want to sell 2 and then they want to rip 2. I've never had a problem with that. Since I got back into the hobby in 2020, I've been like, yeah, hell yeah, do that. That's what the hobby's about. So yeah, there is going to be some value in those boxes for resale, but when you've got D-bags clearing out the shelves, creating that artificial scarcity that they did, holding on to stuff that was super, super valuable in 2020, essentially in their garages and basements, creating that artificial scarcity, that's not a supply and demand problem. That is not at all. That is a D-bag hoarding problem. It's a flipping and hoarding problem as opposed to a supply and demand problem. There were cards to go around. They just were not making it to the shelves for customers like you and I to get our hands on in 2020 and 2021, unfortunately. Just the way that it went. And now that these singles values are dropping because all other investables are dropping, but along with that, I really do think that the lack of access in 2020 has, unfortunately, it shortens the lifespan of collectors. There is only so much patience that a human being can have. And when you can't find cards over and over and over and over again at a decent price, what do? You try buying singles. When singles drop in price, you just say F it. So, totally horrible to see. Breakers are bad for the hobby, 100 OO. I mean, breakers, bro, have been on, go back, dude. People were breaking on YouTube in like 2010, 2011, and 2012. So I don't think it's breakers that have made the hobby bad. I don't think they're bad for the hobby. And that's something, nobody really has a response to that. When I make that point, guys, go back 10 years ago when the hobby was not popular, when the hobby was at its lull. Breakers were a thing. Why wasn't it a problem then? Why is it all of a sudden a problem now? I don't think that breakers are the problem. And nobody has a response to that. Nobody ever. I brought that up every time somebody says breakers are the problem. And I don't really see much talking about like, well, they were a problem back in the day because, or somebody explaining to me, well, this is the reason that they started. Or people want that kind of gamble. Instead of opening one blaster box, I personally love it when I get access to a case of blasters or 200 blasters or 6 hobby boxes or something like that. I will never be able to get my hands on those boxes. If I had to, essentially finding select blasters, finding a full case of select blasters ever. Is that going to happen in store? Not likely. And if it does, you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars, close to $1,000, depending on where you are and taxes and stuff. So it ends up being, at least for me, a much better value proposition to get into like a break. Buy into a case that way. Breakers aren't bad for the hobby. It's only certain breakers, which I won't name, that steal cards and make the rest of us look bad. I mean, you're not wrong there. Tyler says breakers are huge for the hobby. WTF, FOH. I will never say F it. Been collecting since 86. The Slick Rips says Schultzy's, the price the breakers cause going up is my guess. I got you, Slick Rips. Robert Copeland says breakers have a different supply chain that doesn't affect retail. They get an allotment. Yeah, Robert, not all breakers do, though. You're talking about like the wholesale breakers, the big guns. Not everybody has that, unfortunately. And people want more breaks than those guys are going to offer. So what do? You got other people trying to step in and fill the market. And here we are. Yummy says, I will say back in the day, I'm sure there weren't as many breakers as they are today. It's thousands of them. Yeah, Yummy, you're not wrong. Everybody thinks they can be, I mean, it is not just cards. This has nothing to do, it's the same thing. Everybody thinks they can be a content creator in any niche. You know, people try it every day and quit. There's a lot of those channels that end up failing on YouTube, way more than end up succeeding. And we're, once again, not just talking about sports card content creation. It's anything. People think that they're breakers, and then they quit. And that is one thing, you know, with the sports card hobby in particular, you do have more regular Joes coming out and saying, like, hey, I'm running a business. And when you're actually not, a lot of people aren't. And proof positive of that is you got Mark's Cards, who was saying he was running a legitimate business and essentially, had how many thousands upon thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in fees every month that he was taking in for PSA grading that he was not paying to PSA, ended up setting him out of business, hurting the hobby in general. Huge scandal, hurting a lot of collectors, hurting PSA. It's just the way that it goes, man. Brandon says breaking hobby, breaking retail is bad. No, and I hear you, Brandon. You were talking about that yesterday. If it's not a case hit, like in some kind of awesome retail box, like a Honeycomb, like a Genesis, because you can't, Brandon, you can't pull Genesis or Honeycomb out of Mosaic Hobby. So people want chances at that. That's understandable. I'm going to run breaks like that. But if you're coming at me saying, hey, Schultz, you need to run an all 2022 Chrome Blaster Box break. It's like, F it, why? You're nuts. I'll never do that. I'll never do that. There's levels to this, You're not wrong, Theodore. Kids are unfortunately easy to influence. Yeah, I noticed that, Jason, when everybody was gaggling for some free stuff at the Sports Card National at all the biggest tents. It's just like, give me free stuff! They looked like little girls at a concert watching Justin Timberlake. It was hilarious. Brandon says, what's the difference between breakers buying all the cases and making profit and flippers clearing the shelves for profit? Well, Brandon, when you buy a case from a legitimate place, I'm not trying to clear all the shelves. I've never cleared a shelf personally, ever, ever, ever. So I always leave stuff on the shelves for everybody, even if I find a restock myself. Last time I left like at least 25 to 30% of the stuff on the shelf when there was nobody else around. Could have taken every box I wanted to. I left megas, hangers, blasters. I left every single variation of Optic and Select that was there for people to pick up later. Not trying to brag, it's just what I do. That's how I think. I am buying the cases from a reputable distributor, making sure that people aren't getting screwed over, making sure that, like, when I say, hey, I've got this case break, they've got an actual chance at it. The case is sealed. You know where the boxes are coming from. That is the difference. And Brandon, you got to have an audience. You got to have talent. There are things that you got to have in place to run breaks. Flippers don't need that. Breakers offer some value. Flippers do not. I mean, that's kind of the phrase right there that nails it all. Breakers add some value. And I know some of y'all just disagree with that. And I apologize, and I get it. But breakers add some value in my opinion, and flippers add no value. Josh says Optic and Select blasters are good, but if the market is flooded with Zebra downtowns now, pulling a Big Mac Jones downtown is no longer a big deal. There are 50 of them on eBay. All right, Josh, wow. Are there really 50 of those on eBay? That's crazy, man. That is crazy. D-Gen's buying randoms is crazy. The ultimate gamble, says Chet Manley. Well, yeah, but Chet is in a box, the ultimate gamble as well. I mean, see, that's the thing. It's level upon level upon level. All right, y'all. So no sports cards restock happening today, unfortunately, on Target.com. We're not going to be seeing that until next week. Hey, but at least we know for sure, right? Happy to be here talking you through, hoping and praying that we see something, but it just did not happen for us. What distributor do I use for Target blasters? Usually Blowout. But there's a site that Run Good Life gave me, and I got to remember the name of it that I've been trying to go to more. If anybody has like a LLC or you got like a business license, they give you like 5 to 10% off of the list. And it is a very reputable source as well. And I can't remember the name. I got to try and find them. But Run Good Life gave them to me. Been using them as well. He buys some of his boxes. I think a lot of his boxes from them. Whatever he doesn't get directly from a wholesale distributor. But he still, even through a wholesale distributor, is only getting like one hobby box per a video for a rip. He still has to pay full price for all those other cases of boxes. It's unbelievable, man. Wingnuts says, how do you buy a Target case from a reputable source? It was backdoored. No, Wingnut, if it's a sealed case like that, it's not, I guarantee you these distributors actually are getting sealed cases. They are getting sealed cases directly from the sources. I have checked into this. But you're not wrong. There are so many people selling backdoored crap. You are not wrong, brother. You are not wrong. Drew Shoeman says, don't forget my blasters, LOL. See you in the mega break. Heck yeah, Drew. I appreciate you. I already got them set aside, and we will have a fun one tonight, man. Yeah, distributors get allocations. Yeah, it's a ton of backdooring going on. I don't disagree, y'all. But most of that backdooring, guys, ends up on eBay. And so most of that backdooring, all those cards end up... So why I really try to avoid it, if I can. Chet Manley says, pick your team is less of a gamble when you're going after big teams. You get what you pay for, in my opinion. Agreed, definitely. Josh Wheaton says, downtowns are flooded on eBay. Panini flooded the market to drive sales of Optic, and it worked, LOL. Yay, Panini. Gotta love you guys. Definitely gotta love Panini there. Brian says, well, breakers are not different than flippers. I know a breaker in my city who will clear the shelf to break, and he don't collect, so they are not different. Well, Brian, some aren't different. Those guys are D-bags too, but the guys that I hang with, we wouldn't do that. So, and I ain't perfect. You know, people be like, oh, Jordan, you're such a hypocrite. Like, you know what? I've screwed up before, guys. You know, in the past, like, I'm not a perfect person. Not like I have any skeletons in my closet or anything. I'm no criminal, that's for sure. The worst I've had is like a speeding ticket. Drew Shoeman says, I'm winning another horse race. Let's go. I can see it now. Tony Fish and Rips. What's up, brother? Tony, I appreciate you, man. Guys, Tony hooking me up with tickets to Michael Bublé last night here at Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much, Tony. Good to see you in the chat, brother. I appreciate you. Yummy says, someone at a Walmart in my area even cleared the shelves out of a top Series 1 mega box. LOL. Brandon says, yes, exactly. It's simple math. 88 times 30 is 2640. Yes, you can do math. Absolutely. You guys figured out how much all those spots are being charged for total. That is correct. You did the math. You guys, do you now know all the fees and all the taxes and all the shipping and everything? Do that math for me. You guys, god damn, everybody's an expert, man. Like, oh, well, I did the math. That's what you're making. I'm not making like barely half of that. At least $600 of that profit goes towards fees, taxes, shipping, giveaways, bounty. Like, come on, man. Yeah, it's like y'all are smarter than this. Y'all are smarter than this. Have a good one, Schultzy. Kobe says, people in Florida, stay safe. See you next week, brother. Heck yeah, Kobe. I appreciate you, brother. Everybody in Florida, stay safe. Josh Whedon says, boys, have a great day. Happy hunting. Yeah, guys, we are almost 5:17 Pacific. I'll be on for like another 2 or 3 minutes, but then we're going to hang it up. No video dropping today. What I'm going to do, I don't want to like muddy up the water with notifications. So what we're going to do is we're going to put out the break for later on. We're going to have that video just kind of set for people to find. And then that will show up. And hopefully they'll get notified of that. And YouTube will stop screwing up with the noties. Stash has got some naive break haters in here for real, LOL. Yeah, Stash of cards, it's what happens, man. It's because people come at me because I like to get cards at retail price and say flippers shouldn't exist. And then they're like, well, you're doing the same thing. Or no, here, we'll go Cartman, bro. You're doing the same thing. You jerk. You're just doing the same thing. Like, no. I have talked about it ad nauseum. And I'm trying to think, like, there's probably a good rant on some stream where I just broke down every single point and people are still like poking through holes. So it's like, whatever. You should do charity work, Schultz. You can't make any money, JML. Yep, you're right, JML. That's right. Well, no, JML, what the problem is they say, well, Jordan, you're giving flippers crap for making money. And it's like, no, I'm giving flippers crap for not helping the hobby. I've literally said you can make money. Go sell boxes to pay for a rip yourself. But when you're out there hurting the hobby, that's what kills it. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, I am all for people getting that bread, but not when it screws somebody else out of access to the hobby. And when you're seeing boxes in shelves in front of you disappearing, I'm not talking about stuff that ends up through the distributors that I'm buying or guys that have other accounts with these places are buying. I'm talking about the dudes taking everything from right in front of the consumer, from the everyday Joe. That has always been my point. Always been my point. No, and Brian, you're right. Brian has always said stores, flippers, and breakers are killing this hobby. Brian has been consistent all three, and I appreciate his take on it. And I that's what he feels. I'm not going to tell him otherwise. We've talked, we've debated, we've opined, and hey, we can still see. You know what? Understand that we're not agreeing, but we can still see that there are some other things that we agree on, and that's cool. Same with Brandon, man. I'm all good with it. $900 for a high-end case of a blaster. $1,500 profit for a breaker. No. Brandon, no. Here, I'm telling you, brother, no. I wish. God, that would be... So you're talking about $900 for a high-end case, $1,500 profit for blaster. That is... What is that, a 300% profit margin? That's insane. Or like 150, 200%. Yeah, it's like 150% profit margin. That's nuts. That's crazy. Todd Zelko says, I break and whatnot, and yes, people don't understand the fees and the taxes, supplies, and time that you have to sort. It's really for the love of the hobby and getting cards to others. And yeah, Todd, you have a full-time job on top of that. Exactly. Flippers are killing every hobby, says Jason Baker. It's not wrong. It's not wrong, man. It's not wrong. Bargain Box says, mad work and time goes into this sheet. I just sell one eBay, sort through boxes, find cards, sort through them, have to post, then ship them, find the card to post, take the picture back, and then pack them up. It is so tedious. No, I hear you, brother. Corey says, one of these days, Schultz, you'll learn it's a matter of opinion. Neither side is right. I just said that, didn't I? There's not enough data to prove either side, so we just need to ignore the haters. I mean, hey, Corey, we're all here. We can agree to disagree. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It's maths minus fees. He's making at least a G off the retail breaks. No, dude, here. No, Brandon, I'll go prove you wrong right now. But it's okay, dude. This is what happens, guys. I'm going to prove him wrong. And he's going to say, well, you're still making too much. I'll prove him wrong. It won't be the number that he's saying. And then he'll be like, well, there's still a reason you're wrong. No, so I just trying to show everybody how transparent I'm trying to be out here. This is the going rate right now. This is the going rate right now. Yeah, $1,500 for blasters, for cases. Ha, Chai City's coming up there. Hey, what's up, Chai? I love it. Breaking a blaster case for him. There, you got that coming up. I bought mine from Blowout Cards. So, shoot the hobby cases, man. Yeah, I am not making nearly what you think I'm making on that, brother. No way. No, Schultz, just haters here. It's all good. Tell him something, Schultz. This is going to be good. Some people don't see the whole picture, just a corner of it. And there are, like, different deals. I know that some, I saw, shoot, after I bought a case of blasters for, like, $1,550, whatever it was, shipped. I saw a select case of blasters go on sale. I think there was a flash sale for, like, $1,200 at one site, $1,300 at another. So I missed out on getting those deals on those cards, you know? So it's like, I would have, hey, if I would have gotten it cheaper, I would have charged less. It's just the way that it goes. Friendly Bear says, what the hell is this conversation every week? Content creators have to make money or they won't make content. A restaurant doesn't charge you the same amount as ingredients. Learn business. Thank you, Friendly Bear. I appreciate you, brother. Seriously, everybody that comes on, be like, hey, Schultz, you just do this for views. My response to that is, well, that is like accusing a car of needing gas to run. Yeah. Pretty much. Corey says, whoa, what's $1,500? They're all over eBay for just $900 to $1,000. We're talking sealed cases of them. Well, they've definitely dropped since I bought them, unfortunately. No, they've definitely just gone down because I bought mine like a week and a half ago. So, I mean, I can show you guys the price. I can show you guys the receipt. Yeah? You see this? You hear about this? Robert says, I'm in Canada. It costs at least $18 per package to ship tracked. Yeah, Robert, I can get it with a little bit of a discount from Shopify. I can get it to you for $15. So I charge for international shipping on my site. I actually charge $15. So I can get it to you in Canada for $15. And I do pass that along to the consumer in Canada. Other than that, every single local shipping cost is baked into every break. And that's usually how it works for, I don't know, for RGL, for every one of those guys out there. Okay, guys, I'm on a bit later than I said that I was going to be. Stash says, Schultzy, do you have an Instagram? I do. It is at Schultzy's Card Pulls. I do have an Insta. At Schultzy's Card Pulls. The Slick Rip says, damn, I'd be buying up a case for $900. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, brother. Yeah, if I had known that, I would have waited and bought that and just done it at that point. No kidding. CW, like I literally am happy to. I'll go post my receipt in my Discord. I'll go post it on the community here in eBay. Haha. All these different platforms flying around in my head. On YouTube to show you all that A, I did not buy it from eBay, and B, this is the exact price I paid for it. So, I keep it at the price point that I pay. And if I am getting something at a price point and then the price goes up, I don't charge people that higher price. I don't take advantage of that crap. That's stupid. I want to get people in at the lowest price possible. That's the whole point of a break, right? Old School says, can you do your best Cartman again, please? Everybody's mad that they freaking get cards at a break, and then they're mad that they can't find cards at the shelves, and then they're mad at the breakers, and then they're mad at the hobby. Cartman, brah. God. Spotters got swamped with Selectus, Chet. They're starting to lose money. Well, that's good. I'm glad they are. Glad they're starting to lose money. That's the way that it goes. $9.75 for 21 select case. Jeez, on eBay right now? Yeah, they've dropped. They have dropped significantly then. No doubt. Bargain says your Belichick impression was more on point. We're on to Cincinnati. We're not talking about that today. Nope. We're not answering questions about that. Okay. All right, we're done. All right, fuck you. That's Bill Belichick right there. That's talk to the trainer. Next. It's like you could do a Mike Ditka interview, but do it as Bill Belichick, and it would come across just the same. Talk to the trainer. Next. There's that Mike Ditka. Next. But no, hearing Belichick do it. My God. Dang, I missed the Billy impression. Well, there you go, Slick Ribs. Hopefully you heard it. We're on to Cincinnati. We're gonna be looking forward. We're not answering questions about that. We're already on to Cincinnati. We're past this. We're past this already. I'm not gonna talk to you about that. That's proprietary information. God. Appreciate y'all. All right, guys. Yeah. We've been on a little bit later. So almost 5:30 Pacific, almost 8:30 a.m. East Coast time. No restock happening this week on Target.com, but y'all are awesome. Appreciate you, and apologize that there was no restock this week on Target.com. All right, we got breaks coming up here later tonight. 2021 Select Football Case Break. Getting in on that zebra action. Slick Rip says, thank you, sir. Made my day. Yellow Elephants is perfect, Billy. I'm glad you guys. We're on to Cincinnati. It's like, dude, answer a question. Smile. God damn. Oh, you guys. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. Hope you show up later tonight for breaks. SCHULTZY'S.com. Spots are posted there. Hang on out. We'll be giving away filler spots for people in the chat, as well as some sealed wax. Super Fractors getting a spot in every single break for free. And trust me, guys, what I'm going to do, if I see those select cases now, I'm going to go buy those at like 900, 1,000, and then I'm going to offer them for a lower price because I got them for a lower price. That's how that works. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Slick Rip says, Brandon's cool, just have a different opinion. I'm all good with different opinions. Yeah, no, Brandon's great. I appreciate it. Keeps me on my toes. And good to know, actually, that the Select Blasters sealed cases prices are dropping. That was something that I had not really seen until this morning. And people saying, hey, these are available for this price on eBay. Good to know. Good to know that those cases are starting to go down in price. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, I'm good. We can have convo. All right, everybody. We'll be back later tonight and back bright and early next week here on Schultzy's Card Pulls. I am tired. I got to go take an effing nap after I post the stream for these breaks coming up here in less than 12 hours now. Biff's Business says you making like 1.5K per break. No, Biff, I'm not. That's absolutely not true. Go back about 5 minutes maybe, and you'll see me explain all of that, talking about how much I got the case of blasters for. I am not making even a third of that. Not even close. So Biff says that costs 900. I know. All right. We're going to go around the block again here if I don't get the hell off the live stream. So I appreciate you all. Everybody just tell Biff to go back and watch. I just explained everything, but I'll still be wrong at the end. It's okay. I get it. I'm fine with it. This conversation is good for the hobby. Later, y'all, says Yellow Elephant. I agree. See you at the breaks, Yellow Elephant. I appreciate you guys. Hope to see everybody else at the breaks as well. And we'll be back bright and early next week, hoping for a restock from Target.com. Thanks, everybody. It was fun. Apologies that we are not seeing cards drop today. I thought I saw something else popping up again. I'm like, oh, did we see sports cards? No, it's like a board game or whatever. All right, thanks, everybody. We'll see you all bright and early next week and hopefully later on tonight. Schultz's card pulls out. Go check out break spots, schultzyscardpulls.com.